What's going on, everybody? Today, or yeah, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning right now, and today I kind of want to talk about working out, and yeah. So all right. So when I was in high school, I uh, I was in the wrestling team. I was in football. I was in boxing. And at the time, I weighed about 125 pounds, give or take, depending on if I needed to gain a little weight or drop weight. Before I joined the army, I was 128 pounds. Yeah. I was all about my cardio. Never really was into weightlifting until my deployment. And excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna pop this open. Um, yeah, never really paid attention to my diet. I pretty much ate whatever I wanted. I could run like nothing. When I joined the military, um, by the way, I I joined the army in 2011. August 8th, 2011, I left for basic training. Um, as for my job, I was infantry, mortars, and yeah, I was stationed in Fort Lewis, Washington, for my the my first enlistment, 3 years and some change. So yeah, when I joined, I was about running and cardio and calisthenics. Obviously I was light, but even though I was light, I pulled my weight as much as I could physically. I could do pull-ups like I never get tired of doing pull-ups. Shoot, the last time I used to be able to do at least 30 pull-ups, and then chin-ups was about the same, give or take a few. Um, I wasn't like built or anything, like I wasn't shredded. I was just strong for obviously for my size, and I mean uh I had a lot of endurance, a lot of stamina, and that's what I was really proud of. Is that, I mean, although I couldn't at the time really lift anything too heavy, I was able to keep up. Like when it came to like running or doing stress shoots or whatever, getting smoked. You military cats, you know what I'm talking about. But when I deployed, that's when I got into weightlifting, because I mean, it's not really fun to run in a small enclosed environment. It kind of sucks. I like to run in kind of uh, like when I was at Washington. My favorite thing was to do our runs through the hills. You know, take the trails. I appreciated doing that. So, anyways, I got into a little bit of weightlifting in Afghanistan. I actually gained some size. I actually got started forming abs because I was doing a lot of ab workouts with my regular lifting. By the time I came back home, which was Father's Day of 2013, I had weighed. I went from 130 pounds to 155, 160 pounds. And that was just from 7 months being overseas of working out. And there I kind of kept it. We ate at the chow hall, so other than MREs, we, I guess you could say in a way I kind of did keep an eye on what I was eating, but, I remember we used to go and get the tuna wraps after missions, because that was like, depending on what time we finished, either missions or details, because we'd always have the graveyard shift or just whatever. Yeah, usually that's where we went, was to go get the tuna wraps, and that was like our favorite thing. So yeah, I came back. When we came back from Afghanistan, our unit got shut down, and this was in 2000. This was around, I think, October is when they kind of started shutting down the unit. And I was still at Lewis, and I got stationed at another unit in the same area, 201st. There I met up with my buddy Santana. Shout out to the homie Santana for making me, at the time, the beast that I was. I appreciate everything that, that he did, spreading all his knowledge to me. And yeah, he's the reason why I gained size, and I'm not talking about fat. I'm pretty sure our body fat percentage was pretty low for our size, and I was pretty happy with the results. So from about October, November, I would say exactly a full year of nonstop working out, of nonstop gym time every single day except for weekends. And that was, I wouldn't even count weekends. It was more like Sundays we didn't do anything, Sunday's God's day, you know what I'm saying? But there's we didn't really take that much breaks if we didn't have to. We had our days. And for a lot of you guys out there, me personally, I don't really believe in spending too much time at the gym. There's obviously, if your body's not used to it, then don't stay there for more than you have to. But if you're used to working out, push yourself, stay there longer. Just push yourself. Don't overdo it, because then you're gonna hurt yourself. But just be smart about it. Me and my buddy Santana, we used to do 2-a-days, sometimes 3-a-days. That's those. Sometimes that included PT in the morning. That was our cardio, and that's the only time we ever did cardio, was during platoon PT or company PT, whatever, which we fucking hated. And sometimes when we took charge, we just zonked everybody. Once again, for my my military people out there, what zonk is. It's like, it's an orgasm to the ears when you hear that. We used to so when we go to the gym, I'm not even exaggerating, we would be there anywhere from 4 to 5 hours a day, or per session, depending on what we had going on. And the thing is that, you may be thinking right now, like, holy shit, 4 to 5 hours, that's too much. It's not, if you know what the hell you're doing. And if you're used to it, you can't just get off the couch one day and be like, well, I'm gonna stay at the gym for 4 or 5 hours. It's not how it works, When we were at the gym for that long, it wasn't just, really biceps or chest and tris. The one thing that we made sure that we did every single day, no matter what, was arm workouts. And we did with arms, we did the same stuff over and over, but it was just changing the weight. Either going lightweight high reps, or supersetting, just whatever with arms. But our goal throughout the day was to work everything out. That's why we were at the gym for so long, because he showed me the movie Pumping Iron, and if you have never seen that movie, it's on Netflix. Go ahead and check it out. I like it. It has Arnold, Lou Ferrigno, Mike Katz. It's a bodybuilding movie. Well, it's a documentary, and I mean, Arnold is, no matter who you are or what, if you're into the gym, you know who Arnold Schwarzenegger is, and there's nothing new that you can say to really talk down on him when it comes to the gym, because everything that you probably know, or that anything that you probably know about the gym, he put it out there. He's the reason why people started going to the gym, because I know back then, if you went to the gym, it was only bodybuilders that went. That wasn't a thing for everybody, especially for girls. Where bodybuilding at the time was mostly meant for, and I'm talking about like weightlifting, powerlifting and all that stuff. That was meant for the men. Correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I grew up, learning about working out too. That's what I was brought up knowing. And anyways, in the movie, he says he would be at the gym, 10 hours a day, 5 around the morning, and then 10 at night or in the afternoon, or 5 in the morning and 5 in the afternoon, and and that's what we kind of based our workouts on. We did all the classic power cleans, power pushes, dips, chin ups, flat, doing bench press, incline bench press, decline bench press, dumbbell press, military press. What else? Lat pulls. If you stick to the basics, you can't go wrong. And that means, actual free weights. There's nothing wrong with cables, because cables always keep that resistance going on. But don't rely on that. It's always good to do free weights, because if you can't, the thing, well, for me personally, I like cables a lot, but there's a lot of control. So I feel like, the resistance is constantly there, but there's only one really a certain way to maneuver. Free weight, you have to know what you're doing, otherwise you're gonna hurt yourself. And that's just about as important as lifting heavy, is controlling the weight that you have in your hands, or just keeping control of whatever it is that you're carrying. Jeez, I am tired. I don't feel tired. Somewhat. Anyways, so we would work out 4 to 5 hours a day, and I appreciated that time, because I was able to eat whatever I wanted. We would literally go to McDonald's or Wendy's, or pretty much wherever the hell we wanted to go eat, and we'd be fine. And we were still showing progress. We were showing results. And it was funny, because we used to go to McDonald's all the time, obviously, because McDonald's is cheap. And we would order the same thing every day, and we'd go almost at the same time, around the same time, where the same people were working, to the point where they kind of knew us like regulars. And You know, that's really not good to be known as a regular at a fast food place, but that was us. That was our thing. Like, my meals, every time we went to McDonald's, it was 5 McDoubles, 5 McChickens, 2 large fries, and 2 large Cokes or a large soda, depending on how thirsty I felt. And I would eat all that like nothing, you know. Now, you know, I at the time, I think right before I got out November, I would say November 8th, I think. Yeah, November 8th. And I weighed 100, I weighed 185 pounds. Excuse me. That was it's my prime, you know. I felt good. I felt confident. I mean, that was my best. I was really strong. I felt like I looked good. I didn't look small. And that was the thing that I had trouble with growing up, was that I was always this skinny, you know, this really skinny kid. And I felt like that was the reason why I couldn't get girls or just have confidence in myself, other than when I was, you know, boxing or wrestling. But it was like my presence, I guess I just wanted to be kind of like, feel like an alpha male, you know. Now when I got to that weight, that's when I felt like an alpha male. And of course with the military too, the attitude that an infantryman has, you know, it changed me from being this shy, quiet kid to just this confident, you know, beast per se. I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything. That's just, I mean, I went from being this totally different, quiet, you know, guy to just this dude. I mean, sometimes I come off as arrogant, but I don't mean to be that way, but that's just how I come across, because I don't ever want to be seen as this quiet, shy, timid kid, you know. Because to me, that was in a way the weaker me, and I'm not like that no more. And I like to think that because of how I looked at the time, that's how I had my ex-wife, or well, yeah, she became my girlfriend. You know, to me she was above my. She was you know, out of my league, I guess, you know. And somehow I pulled it off, but whatever. Anyways, and the reason why I'm making this video and talking about all that, because it's been a kind of a rough ride these past couple years. Yeah. This whole, I promise you, this whole video is just about working out, but I have to bring this up. When I met my wife, everything was good. I mean, I didn't go to the gym, but we used to go out and eat and do whatever. And then she got pregnant. When she got pregnant, I did not go to the gym. Oh, so to backtrack on that, before I got out, I went on a run. It was supposed to be a 4-mile group run, and I was okay with that. It's not my first time. I used to run the airfield, which was about 4.2 miles, and I could run that like nothing. Like it was a piece of cake for me. And this one day they said, okay, group run, which group runs are easier than running on your own, I think, because it's a slow, steady pace. And I started running, and all of a sudden, my lower back started hurting, and it hurt so bad that I started limping. My left leg went numb, like, and mind you, we barely started running. I didn't even make it to the quarter-mile mark. When I saw that, when I was already pretty much limping, Because what happened was when I was running, the pain started setting in. I fell out of formation, and I started trying to run at my own pace, and I couldn't do that. So then I started walking. I couldn't even walk. By the time I was limping, I had barely crossed the quarter-mile mark, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And the NCO that was in charge was bitching at me, thinking I was bullshitting. But the pain was so bad that these guys were able to run all the way to the those 4 miles and turn all the way back, or at least to the 2 miles, so it'd be 4 miles going back. So when they hit the 2 mile marker, they turn around coming back, and I was nowhere near them, and they passed me up again. They just told me to turn around and start heading back, and I couldn't even walk. Like it was such a struggle just to be limping back to our formation area. And by the time I got there, these guys were just waiting on me. They had just finished stretching, and I got bitched at, whatever. And at that point I didn't really care what he had to say. I told him straight, I really don't give a fuck what you have to say. My back's fucked up. I don't know what's wrong with it. And the thing is that my left leg was going numb, and the numbness started from the very bottom of my foot and started just slowly progressing all the way up to the whole left side of my back, which was weird. I've never felt that before. So, and then I got out. That was like the last time I did any cardio. So I got out, met my wife, or my ex-wife now. We had the baby, and all we did was eat. I went from 190 pounds, 185 to 190, to 230, I think I was 235 pounds. And that's fucking bad. That's just from eating whatever. I mean, I would still go to the gym off and on, but I couldn't keep up. And the thing is, when you're on a certain routine, so for like, say for me, 5 hours at the gym and then eating whatever I wanted, it's even. Everything's even. When I got out and I met her, I wasn't working out as much, but my eating habits stayed the same. You know what I mean? And I think that's what started gaining the weight. And I literally, when she was pregnant, she didn't really have any symptoms of like, vomiting. Sometimes she had morning sickness, but that was very rare. But I gained all the weight. She did not gain a pound. She looks just as good. She looked just as good when she had the baby as what she did before when we first met. That's how good. And mind you, we were both eating the same stuff. And she didn't get no stretch marks. She didn't gain no weight. She didn't have a gut. Even the nurse told her straight out, "I am jealous because your body looks so good." This was right before we had the baby and right after we had the baby when they started doing checkups. Not one stretch mark. Me, I gained all the weight. I have the gut. I have a legit dad bod now. I have stretch marks fucking all over the damn place. My arms too. Like, I never had that until after I had the baby. I mean, look at my arms. Stretch marks for days. So yeah, I went to about 235 pounds, and I couldn't run. And the thing is that I was still part of the National Guard, because I figured that I know a lot of dudes, they have issues when they get out of the military, and it's either problems with PTSD or just the lifestyle, and they have an issue just transitioning back to the civilian life. So I kind of wanted to test out this theory that I kind of came up with. Well, not a theory, well, I guess whatever you want to call it. Anyways, my thing was, maybe these guys are going crazy or being depressed and suicidal and stuff because they go from this certain lifestyle and drop that, and then they go to this type of lifestyle, right? My thing was, okay, let me try to fade out the lifestyle of the military, you know? So go from active duty, doing my time, then slow progress to the guard, and eventually getting out completely. I mean, it's obviously it's time consuming. At times it is inconvenient for me because sometimes I want to do certain things, or there's fucking drill days happen to land on some holidays or birthdays or whatever. You know, I spent my 25th birthday in the field instead of spending it with my family like I wanted to. Or my 24th birthday rather. But yeah. But that's something I wanted to do. So because of me being in the guard, you know, they kind of made it a big deal that I was so overweight and I couldn't pass my PE test to save the life of me, even though my back was still messed up. And I went to the doctor, got it checked out. I did acupuncture. I never really, I mean, I just mostly got like a steroid shot in my back, and the acupuncture, I never really found out what was wrong with it. And I think it was a possible slip disc or just something to where my sciatic nerves was being pinched like really bad. But eventually I got through that, and I was, so fast forward to this year. I mean, and if you guys watch my previous videos, you kind of know what the hell's been going on this entire year. It's been a shitty year for me. But in the beginning, even though I was depressed, I would go to the gym a lot to get to kind of lose that and to use my aggression, because I have a lot of pent-up aggression. I have a lot of anger. Like, I don't even call it anger. I think it's just rage, just from the years of dealing with bullshit, the way I you know, so yeah, just rage. I don't even know how to explain it. And unfortunately, my wife had to experience some of that rage. I mean, it's not really her fault, but it's just a lot of shit that she doesn't know about that I don't like to talk about, or I just try to forget, but it always ends up coming out. Anyways, I was doing okay. I put, you know, another person that's a big influence in my life, especially when it comes to training and working out. He's like an older brother to me, is to my boy Isaac Vigil. You know, shout out to you too, boy. That's my good old trusty squad leader, you know. But he's not just a squad leader to me. He's my older brother, and he's you know, he's not just a friend. To me, he's family. You know, he takes care of me as much as he can, and I appreciate him for everything that he's taught me. And you know, he helped me out just by a diet plan. That's all he did. Cause that's my thing. My issue is is dieting. I don't have an issue working out. I know what the hell I'm doing when I'm at the gym, but it's just the dieting that I have trouble with. And he just gave me just simple directions. They're so simple to follow. And within a week, I went from I was at 235, excuse me, and then I started working out again and trying to really concentrate on cardio more, and I dropped down to about 220, and I was at a standstill. And then he came in and gave me this device. Within 1 week, or I would say 10 full days of working out and on this diet, I went from 220 to 204. And I was this close. My goal was to at least be 190 or 200 even, and I was this fucking close. But then I found out who my ex-wife was with, and then I tried committing suicide. I ended up at the hospital. So when I weighed myself at 204, this was like, I want to say this was about August time frame after we came back from drill, from our training. Yeah, it was somewhere around there. So after, when I found out about her, about my ex-wife, and then me trying to commit suicide, and then this whole court stuff, and me not being able to sleep and having to take medication, and kind of not really caring about the gym. And the what really did it was my daughter started calling this guy daddy, or papi in Spanish, and that really got to me. So from that day, I started drinking every single day. Mind you, this happened on a Wednesday, and I drank for about 2 to 3 weeks straight. Every night, drinking as much beer as I could, as much liquor as I could, and I would always come home fucked up. And that alone, and then of course, I would eat and stuff, and I wasn't actually, my appetite was really gone. I forced myself to eat a little bit. Of course, it's unhealthy food, but I went from all that, the drinking's what did it. I went from 204, and I shot all the way. I think right now I'm about I want to say 237. I'm probably pushing 240. I have not weighed myself, and I really don't want to know. And yesterday I weighed myself, or started my workout, just a mile run, and I could barely fucking do that. Today I ran a little farther. I ran probably about a good a mile and a quarter non-stop, and then I had to stop. I was trying to reach 2 miles and I couldn't do it. But all that, yesterday it took me about 10 minutes for a mile. Today it took me about almost 12 minutes to do this mile and a quarter. And yesterday I threw up 3 times. Today I didn't do that, and my breathing was pretty good today. But still, like, I'll just stand up and kind of show you guys what my body's at. And this is not where you want to be, guys. Like, I don't feel good about myself at all. Like, this is what I gotta deal with, love handles, big old fat gut. I got man boobs. That's not what anybody wants. That's not what I want. I don't know, I guess apparently females like that type of stuff, or that's just never been me. I want to be I want to be able to look confident, no matter what I'm wearing, or if I'm like this. And the reason why, maybe some of you guys are wondering why I'm always shirtless, but it's because you're getting the real me, if you guys watch my videos, none of my shit's scripted. It's just off the top. Oh shoot. No editing, none of that, just raw feeling. And that's why I think people will appreciate is just raw emotions, um, and just pure honesty. And so, well, anyways, so yeah, that's me. I don't like the way I look right now. So I started going. I'm not even gonna bother stepping into the gym right now. I'm just concentrating on getting my cardio up, running at least a mile a day. I know today I really don't know what I'm doing because it's. Excuse me. I guess I'm getting tired. It is New Year's Eve, and you know what that is. So maybe this will be officially my last hoorah with some alcohol in my system, but I don't know yet. I still haven't made that decision because I've already gone about, I would say about 2 weeks. Yeah, going on 3 weeks now of no alcohol after my meltdown. So I don't know if I want to just break that streak just for today. I don't know. Red. Yeah. So my plan is, at least right now, is to get my diet up, do cardio, and then later on in another video we'll talk about maybe a program that everybody could follow. Really, me, to be honest, when I go to the gym, I don't have really anything particular in mind except how I want to start it. So when I go to the gym, I'll be like, okay, you know what? Let's start with chest. So I'll go and I won't start. I mean, everybody starts off with bench press, but flat bench, but that doesn't. I mean, that's basic. That's basic shit. You got to switch it up. So me, I would probably start off with, incline dumbbell press, and then after that, just go on from there and do everything, maybe almost to where it's like a military press, and then just slowly start teetering it back until it's a flat bench, and do like maybe with 35-pound weight, 3 sets of 10 for each setup until it's flat. And then once you hit the flat bench, then do a burnout, or just go heavy and just do as many as you can. And then maybe from there do traps. It really depends on the day. What I like to do, my favorite workout is traps. I love trap workouts. My goal is to have like some Tom Hardy, the warrior type traps. I mean, that's goals right there. And I'll have my days where I'll start from obviously up here and work my way down, or from my calves work up, or I'll start, I'll do everything that consists of the back, going down or up. Well, going down, and then I'll reverse and start from the chest and work my way down to my thighs, and my shin area, just whatever. We'll come up with something maybe, but that's how I usually work out. And another thing that I like to throw in there too is maybe my first hour is boxing or kickboxing. Doing some rounds. I'll hit the heavy bag. Excuse me. Then I'll do the speed bag. Then I'll do the double M bag. Maybe I'll shadow box. Or I'll jump rope, and then I'll go on the treadmill and I'll run. And then I'll do the elliptical. maybe the bike or the Stairmaster, but I don't really like the Stairmaster because of my knees. But then after that, then it's heavy weights after, or it's just, you know, it's just weightlifting after, just a lot of free weights. Sometimes I'll do a strictly all free weights type day, and then the other day, the next day, or at least half of the time of the next day, I'll do cables. Start off with cables. It just really depends, because the place that I go to, it's not no you know, Planet Fitness or any of that bullshit. It's the gym that my tribe has, and yes, I am Native American. So you know, I'm comfortable being at my own place. The only thing is that now it's open to the public, so sometimes it gets really busy, and I kind of have to figure out time. Usually I go late, and right now I'd probably be barely coming back from the gym. But we'll see what happens, especially because I should be getting a second job. You know, need that extra income coming in. And yeah, we'll see what workout plans we can do. Maybe we can do a diet or 30-day challenge, whatever it is, whatever it takes to get you guys out there motivated to work out, and it'll keep me motivated. And that's what I think I need. It's just, I wish my boy was here, my boy Santana, because there'd be days where I didn't feel like going to the gym, and this dude would fucking literally try to kick my door down to my barracks room until I answered the door, and he'll be like, "Let's go, what are you doing? Let's go to the gym." Like, you need that kind of, if you can't be that person, you need that kind of person, you know. But if you don't have anybody like that around you, then try to create that in your mind, you know. Like me, when I was running, I wanted to stop a few times. Excuse me. I wanted to stop a few times, and I heard my platoon sergeant's voice from active duty days, you know. Sergeant Fig. I can hear his voice, you know, telling me not to quit, and I just trying to kind of roll with that. And I know maybe some of you guys are not even military, or you know, or veterans or whatever. You just gotta find somebody that you know, that pushed you to continue, not to give up, you know, or be that to yourself. Just me, I have to pretty much be like, don't fucking be a pussy, just do it, just get it done. And I'm a prideful person, so I feel like if somebody ever did that to me, then I have to show them, you know, I have to prove them wrong. I don't ever like being called out, you know. To me, that's being called out is something serious to me, and I take it serious. So yeah, I know maybe you guys hate these long ass videos, whatever, but I feel like the longer they are, the better in a way, because if you can watch this video will probably be about 45 minutes. If you could watch a 45-minute video and learn something from it, then I did my stuff, you know. I'd rather watch a 45-minute video and get something out of it than watch a 5 or 10-minute video wanting more and not really knowing what even came out of this. Or it could be the complete opposite. You guys could think I'm just fucking mumbling shit, and maybe I am, but I'm still used to this. This is what, like my 9th video. So yeah. Any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, fucking ideas, throw them at me, you know, in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any type of ideas of what we should start out with as a group, you know, let me know. And I don't think I ever mentioned this, but my name is Eddie. So yeah, I am Eddie. Nice to meet you. The channel right now is called Aftermath 97. I don't know why I made that, but yeah. But I'm gonna change the name. Hopefully soon. I just gotta come up with a name. If you guys have any ideas what I should call it, let me know. But I kind of have an idea. I just don't know how to go about presenting it the right way. Oh, excuse me. So yeah. Yeah. Have a fun and safe Happy New Year's. Let's start off this year right, and fuck all that new year, new me bullshit. Like, let's take this shit serious and never give up. And I guess this is gonna be my my closing slogan for now on. Rise from the ashes. So till next time, peace.